I cannot believe we found a Wii shooter that was so awesome for only $4 at the thrift store. The goal of this video is actually to head out to the thrift store, head out to the Goodwill, and see if we can find a game that we can pick up for only $4. Come back here and see how it is. We'll review it and hope we can get a good game. I ended up seeing these sports games as well as this basket of games, but nothing really tempted me to pick it up, so I went to the Goodwill where I found Just Dance 3, but I really didn't want to dance around for you guys. Sorry about that. Then I saw Mystery Case Files and was tempted until I saw Martian Panic on the Wii. Now that we are finally back from the thrift store, we're gonna go ahead and take the disc, open it up, and put it into the system. Now, this is a really awesome game for the Wii. Now, if you are a fan of light gun games, this game right here, Martian Panic, is gonna be perfect for you. And what better system is it to play on than the Nintendo Wii? Since Martian Panic is a light gun game, using the Wiimote and the nunchuck is pretty awesome, but you can also put them into the zapper in order to play this game, and that makes a world of a difference. The controls of this game being in the zapper is really awesome, but being able to use it without the zapper works really well as well. So the controls on this game are actually pretty fun because they're just based on the motion controls, and who doesn't like going to the arcade and shooting a light gun game? The next thing we have to talk about has to be the graphics, because graphics are somewhat of a thing that people love to harp on, but for me, the Nintendo Wii didn't have great graphics, but that's okay. As long as the gameplay looked fun and it was worth it, it's always worth it to me. However, the graphics for this game aren't actually that bad. They're very cartoony, kind of feel like comic book style when you watch it and play it. So overall, I feel like the graphics of this game are pretty awesome being a Wii game, but to be honest, graphics really don't matter that much to me. The one thing that does matter to me is actually the gameplay of the game. If the game's not fun, it's really not even worth it if it has the greatest graphics or maybe the best sound or anything like that. So this game is pretty cool because it's a light gun game like I've been talking about this whole video. If you've ever gone to the arcades and played one of those alien shooter games, that's pretty much what this is on your Wii. I only paid $4 for this, and going to the thrift store, picking this up, and coming back home, picking up a game that I don't already own and playing it, and it takes me back to those days where I was playing like Area 51 in the arcades, is totally awesome. And this game is really fun. I like how they make little jokes, the little one-liners in it. And so overall, the gameplay is pretty what you would expect. You shoot the aliens, you don't want to shoot the cops or the civilians, but overall, it seems to be kind of a pretty fast-paced game, and I really enjoy that about it. One thing I always try to mention when I'm talking about game reviews is the sound in the music, and the sound of this game is perfect. Whenever you switch guns and you switch to a laser, you get that sound, which is pretty awesome. If you have ever seen Star Wars, think about the stormtroopers shooting sound. And so that makes this game even better, as well as the kind of music and the ambiance. It definitely feels like spacey / like Area 51 vibes, and so that also really ties well in with the game. And anytime you can get music that sounds relevant to what's happening, it always takes games to the next level, and I think that is something that was really done well in Martian Panic. If you are watching this video right now and you're enjoying it, but you haven't subscribed, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. 75% of the people that watch my channel aren't actually subscribed, and you are missing out on a ton of awesome content. So with that being said, let's get back to the game. We just got done talking about the graphics, the gameplay, and the sound of Martian Panic, but is this worth the $4 I paid? Now, I will say I really enjoyed this game, and if you like light gun games, this is one that you should probably definitely pick up. Now, if you don't like light gun games, you're probably obviously going to pass on this, but who doesn't like an light gun game that has to do with aliens. You can play it on your Wii, which means you can use the motion controls, and overall this is a pretty awesome game. But when I looked up the price, this game complete, like I have it for, was going for around $9. So picking it up for $4 at the thrift store, I definitely think makes this game well worth picking up. So there you have it. I think this game is definitely well worth picking it up, and I actually enjoyed it. It was a ton of fun, and I'm glad that I kind of made my way through 2 different thrift stores in order to get to this game, because I did see some others, but I'm glad I didn't pick them up because I think this one fit perfectly for this video, and I really enjoyed it. So if you want to see me talk about more games that I pick up at this thrift store and review them, let me know. I thought this would be kind of a fun little video because I'm always going to the thrift store and picking up games, but I really don't like go solely looking for a game to actually review. So here we went to the store, we found an awesome game, we skipped on other games, and we ended up having a bunch of fun, to be honest. Whole idea behind going to the thrift store and picking out a game and reviewing it is because I want you to see that you can still go out today or tomorrow or whenever you're watching this and look for video games and find good games that are at good prices. The thrift stores and Goodwills for me are really the place to be, but sometimes I go other places like flea markets, or maybe I'll find them at local game stores, or maybe Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. There's a ton of places to find games, so go out, be on the lookout for games, and kind of be ready to kind of step out of your comfort zone. You might see a game that you would probably never pick up that is a pretty awesome game that is pretty cheap at the thrift store, so you might as well pick it up, at least take a look at it. And it might be worth some money, it might be worth just picking up and playing and adding it to your collection. But overall, you're having fun playing games, and that's what this is all about. So if you're on a budget or you're just looking for new games, maybe hit up your local thrift store. And if you say, my local thrift store never has games, you're probably not going either enough or at the right time. So be consistent and kind of change your times around that you go, and you'll probably end up getting lucky at some point. So with that being said, I feel like this was a really fun video to make, and I hope you enjoy it. But with that being said, that's all I got. Peace.